Hey, Tom J here for another installment of the King of Craft Beer Reviews. So today for your drinking pleasure we have in a 1 liter growler, Heavy Seas, Blackbeard's Breakfast. This is Imperial Porter. This is an Imperial Porter that is aged in bourbon barrels. So I got this growler filled 2 days ago from my from the liquor depot that I go to. They have a growler station there, which is pretty cool. They always have at least 8 beers fresh on tap. And this is actually, they had this set aside. This beer was set aside, I believe it's a year old. So it's got some age on it, which is very cool. Didn't have to do it myself. Somebody did it for me. So we're gonna give you some stats on this Blackbeard's Breakfast Imperial Porter. Okay, so it's, the ABV is 10%, the IBUs are 40. Rate Beer scores this as a 91, which is excellent. And, I'm sorry, Beer Advocate gives it a 91. Rate Beer gives it a 99, which is world class. Yes, Heavy Seas. I like Heavy Seas. I've had plenty of their beers. Their loose cannon IPA is super duper, very, very good. It's one of my favorites. It's actually one of my go-to IPAs. But yeah, we're gonna move on with this now. It's a little cold in here. I'm doing this review on my porch, and it's like 45 degrees out. So let's start, and here we go. It's gonna be getting colder out. It's never good, never a good thing. So we're gonna get this popped. Ooh, nice, a nice smoke. Look at that vapor coming out of there. Nice seal job. All right, I get to use my nice new stemless goblet, which I just got. I like this glass, very cool. Here we go. Okay. Get this top back on here. All right, so the beer in the glass, let's go. We have a nice dark tan, maybe camel color, tightly packed head here. A little bit of a rocky top. Put it up to the light. I'm putting up to the sky here on a nice bright day. There's no light, none. This is a goblet, so you're not gonna, it's pretty solid all the way around, so I knew I wasn't gonna get anything off of it. Yeah, looks like, looks nice. Looks nice and rich looking. Okay, now time for the aroma. Let's give it a swirl. And here we go. Wow, nice. Coffee. Chocolate. Not too much. I'm not getting much bourbon off of this. A little hint of vanilla. Definitely roasty dark malt. That's pretty prominent here. Yeah, it smells delicious. Pretty much up front, kind of like a bitter coffee rind type of thing. Smells delicious. I'm going to give it a shot. Cheers, everybody. Oh, man. Oh, oh man. Wow. Delicious bitter chocolate mixed with some like milk chocolate notes. You got coffee. Not bitter in the mouth. It's not doing what it did to me on the nose. It's not really bitter, the coffee. You got a little bit of bittering on the end. I guess that's from the hops they use. You get a little touch of vanilla, a nice sweetness, maybe a little bit of oak in there, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of oak. Not getting much in the way of the bourbon. Not too much. That's okay though. It's freaking delicious, this stuff. Mm. Oh, really nice. Very chocolatey. Really nice. It's almost like a chocolate. It's almost like a chocolate porter. It's very. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It's delicious. The mouthfeel is creamy. Um, it's a little thick. I think for a porter, it's a little heavier mouthfeel than a porter. I would almost think it would be like almost like a stout here. It's very good. Very, very good. Nice lacing on the glass. I don't know if you can see that. Oh. Getting a little, I'm picking up a tiny, slight little bit of bourbon, but not too much. I don't know, I guess they blend a certain amount of their porter that's not aged in with the aged. You know, you're getting a touch. It's not overwhelming at all. It's very good, really good. Can't taste the alcohol. I can't taste it at all. None. Mm-mm. Mm. Oh, that's so good. All right, so what we're going to do here is, as always, I'm going to let this hang out a little bit. We'll let it warm up. I don't know how much it's going to warm up out here. It's like a refrigerator out here, but I guess I'll take it inside. I'll warm it up a little bit, drink a little bit more of it down. We'll see what we come up with. I'm interested to see whether this bourbon flavor intensifies as it gets warmer, because I'm not really picking up hardly any of it. If I was to, this beer it's really, really good, and if I was to knock it for anything at all, I would just maybe prefer a little bit more, since they are calling it a bourbon barrel aged beer, that I think it should have a little bit more bourbon flavor. But we'll see what happens when it warms. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, this beer's pretty darn good. I let it warm up a little bit, picking up a little bit more bourbon, which I was hoping for, and that's good. That's good. The chocolate flavors here, it's really good. It's definitely a nice porter here. No kidding, man. This is good. Look at the lacing. Look at the lacing on this. That is just beautiful. Nice camel colored lacing. Look at that. Yep. I like this beer a lot. This is a good stout. The alcohol, it's still, you can't taste it. It's just, there's no warming sensation, none, and there's no taste of it. You're getting a little bit of the bourbon, and I mean, it's still pretty light on bourbon, but it's a little bit more than when it was cold. But excuse me, all in all, this is a very delicious porter here. It's kind of going into stout territory, you know. If you were to tell me this was a stout, I would completely agree with you. I couldn't differentiate the difference between this and a stout, because it's got a little bit of a more a thicker mouthfeel. You know, usually porters tend to be on the thinner side, and this has got a little chew to it. So we're gonna rate this beer now. First, I'm just gonna slug this down. Oh, that's good. Ooh. All right. I'm going to rate this from 1 to 100. I'm going to rate this Imperial Porter aged in bourbon oak barrels. I'm going to give this a 95 out of 100. 95 out of 100. Yes, good stuff. Especially that I got it on, it was on tap. It's really delicious, fresh, nice, nice and fresh. And the thing was already aged. It's very smooth. This is very smooth. Now, I don't know how this would be If you would like to say buy it, I know they sell it in bombers. I don't know if they do it in 6-packs, but they sell it in bombers. I don't know how this would be out of a bottle. When it was fresher, maybe it would be a little, I know that a year will definitely shave some edges, little rough edges off the beer, smooth them out. If it came out fresh out of brewery, I couldn't tell you. So this is an aged version of this beer. It's not the fresh version. Just we have to make that clear. But a delicious beer, nonetheless. Delicious, tasty beer. Very smooth, very creamy, sweetness. It's got it all. It's just delicious. Very, very enjoyable. I have the rest of this bomber, and I'm gonna sit back, watch some football games now, and enjoy. So, time for me to go. The Jets are on inside, and so until next time, this is Tom J signing off for the King of Craft Beer Reviews. And as always, please remember to drink responsibly.